A lot of people, I'm sorry, I just have to say, as a Gemini moon, a lot of these people, like, they want playful banter, but really people don't know how to give it. Like, they're just like plain rude or like mean. Like, that's not banter. Playful banter, it's an art, you know? It's an art. It's this teasing back and forth kind of vibe. And if Aries sees that in you and they see that you have thick skin, that's also another reason why they would be attracted to you. What's good, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be super fun and interesting. I'll be getting into why you attract every single zodiac sign. And I think this is perfect because since I started doing this, and even before I started doing this online, because I've always been into astrology, people always would ask me, why do I keep attracting Scorpios? Why do I keep attracting Leos? Why can I get rid of Virgos? Like, they're everywhere in my life. That's the only type of partner I attract. And that is exactly what I'll be talking about today. I will be going through each zodiac sign and I'll let you know, hey, if you're attracting this sign, it's because you're like this, okay? So we are gonna get into it and let's have ourselves a time. Okay, so first up we have Aries. So the reason you might be attracting Aries placements is because you are bold. You have this bold type of confidence and you kind of have this can-do attitude that makes them look at you as someone that they respect. Like, you just can't help but get shit done and you don't really need other people. And something about that makes you attractive to Aries placements because, let's be honest, Aries placements love the chase. Like, it is just fact. They don't like for it to be too easy, which makes sense because Aries is Mars ruled. They truly love a challenge. So if you're the type of person that doesn't really need people and you have enough confidence to be able to do things on your own, I feel like Aries sees that and it makes them want to chase you, and it kind of makes them want to show up for you in a way that makes you want them. You know what I mean? Because if you're giving out the energy of, I don't need anybody, I got this on my own, Aries sees that as a challenge and then they're going to start doing things for you. I would say Aries is very much acts of service kind of lover too, much like Virgo, because Aries loves doing things, you know? And if they really, really like you, if they really want you, they're going to show you, hey, I can do this for you. I can build this for you. Look how much I can do for you, you know, because they have so much energy. So they're very much the doers of the zodiac, cardinal fire, right? So if they see that you are confident and there's just something about you that says, I don't need nobody, Aries is like, I'm gonna make you need me. And another thing that I think makes Aries actually attracted to you is if you have that banter, that playful banter where you can kind of start roasting each other, but nobody's feelings is gonna get hurt. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, I'm sorry, I just have to say, as a Gemini moon, a lot of these people, like, they want playful banter, but really people don't know how to give it. Like, they're just like plain rude or like mean. Like, that's not banter. That's you like being a bitch, or that's you being a dick. You know what I mean? Like, playful banter, it's an art, you know? It's an art. It's this teasing back and forth kind of vibe. And if Aries sees that in you and they see that you have thick skin, that's also another reason why they would be attracted to you. Okay, next up we have Taurus. So this is why you would have Taurus energy attracted to you. If you just have this grounded energy about you, also a I don't give a fuck energy about you, because Taurus very much, you know, does their own thing. They don't really need to be doing what everyone else is doing and they're moving at their own timeline. So if they feel like you are also this way, they view you as someone that is safe, right? There's just something about you that makes them feel safe, even though they are the safe person in the group too. And let's be 100% honest, Taurus does not want the drama. Taurus does not want that high maintenance relationship. And don't get me wrong, Taurus women especially, and probably some men too, they can be high maintenance in terms of like being bougie and shit, you know what I mean? But when it comes to relationships, they want someone that is on the same page as them, that isn't going to be picking fights left and right. They just truly want someone that agrees with them and that will do everything they want and will be easily controlled. I'm just kidding. I'm not. Also, Taurus is very much attracted to people that have this sensual way of carrying themselves, and I don't mean like overtly sexual, I mean sensual, you know, like someone that understands that less is more And in order to be able to catch the eye of a Taurus, you just kind of have to have this mysterious energy towards you. I think that's what obviously Taurus and Scorpios, sister signs, Tauruses are very attracted to Scorpios and vice versa too, because Scorpios are mysterious. There is this alluring quality about them, and Taurus enjoys that. Taurus wants to see what they can pull out of you in the privacy of their home or, you know, their sex dungeon. Okay, next we have Gemini. So, in order to attract Geminis, if you are always attracting Geminis, congratulations, you're probably funny, or you're fun, or you're chaotic, you know what I mean? And by chaotic, I mean someone that doesn't really like to live by the rules all that much, but there's also this playful curiosity that you have about the world, you know? Like Geminis truly want someone that, you know, their inner child is safe to do dumb shit with, you know what I mean? Like Gemini does not want to feel judged, even though they really don't give a fuck if you judge them, because Gemini is Gemini, you know what I mean? But if they can really have, again, much like Aries, that banter with you and are quick-witted. Like if you are someone that, you know, can keep up with them when they're, you know, bouncing back and forth between different topics, if they are in a group setting with you and they notice that you are the one that is keeping up with them the fastest when it comes to the topic changes, they're gonna remember you. They're gonna remember just how fun you were. There's just this fun energy about you that Gemini can't forget. You know what I mean? Because I always say with Gemini energy, Gemini can make any group of people have fun. Like that is just one of their, you know, core qualities, one of your superpowers. It could be the most boring group of people, and if you just drop a Gemini placement there, suddenly everyone's having the best time ever. So if you're funny, yeah, Gemini's gonna notice you. If you have a bunch of Geminis in your life, clearly you're funny, and that is why you are attracting them. Gemini also adores mental stimulation, and if you're someone who likes to ask questions and is curious about the world, they will see themselves in you. You know what I mean? If you are someone that is often trying to understand things, they love that. I think Geminis actually hate people that are obviously closed-minded, people that act like they have figured it all out. Like that to Gemini is a complete turnoff. If you think you have figured it all out, you are annoying. And honestly, those are the dumbest people, in my opinion. And go Google it. You know what I mean? The dumbest people are the people that think they know everything. Do you know how many topics you don't know anything about? Like, honestly, you guys, I can admit that. Honestly, the more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. You know what I mean? And Gemini understands that. So they are attracted to people that are active learners. They want to learn and they have this curiosity about them. Okay, so Cancer. If you are attracting Cancer placements, you probably have this empathetic, warm vibe to you. You probably also have these natural instincts to protect people. You know what I mean? Like for Cancer, safety is everything. So if you are someone that, you know, comes off as a protector in any way, Cancer will see you as someone that they need to lock down. And honestly, for all of these, it could be friendships too. Like Cancer is very much attracted to friends also that can protect them because that is what they provide for their people. And obviously for all of these, we're talking a lot of high vibrational attributes. You know what I mean? Like there's obviously toxic reasons to attract the signs too. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about the wholesome reasons that you attract the signs. And also I feel like Cancer, if they see that you can hold on to a loyal group of people, or if you are just very close with your family, that is such a green flag for Cancer, and they see you as someone that can nurture all of the relationships in their life. So that is, again, a green flag for them because now they take you seriously and they see that they can have something long-standing with you, and that when they give to you, it'll probably be reciprocated, right? Because Cancer gives. They give so much to the people that they love. So if they see you as someone that obviously cares about all the people in their life, like it's so easy to tell that you just care. And you might think like that's so simple. You might be surprised to know that there are so many people that are bad at showing that they care. Obviously there's a lot of avoidant people. There's a lot of people that just don't care and they're just takers. You know what I mean? So if you are someone that is obviously a giver and is nurturing and just cares, Cancer is very much attracted to you and they need to lock you down. You know what I mean? Because you're hot goods. And let's be honest, in this world, there is a scarcity when it comes to people like that. Okay, so next we have Leo. So for Leo, if you're attracting a lot of Leos, there is just something that is unapologetically authentic about you. Like you don't care who's around, you are you. And again, Leo notices that because again, it's very courageous of you. I think also in society, I would think it's normal probably for humans to want to relate to everyone. I'm thinking as a Libra Mercury right now, I think it makes you feel safe, and probably just thinking about, you know, society when we were evolving as humans, it was probably very safe to, you know, be liked by everyone. You know, you don't want to be iced out of the tribe and on your own, because then the bears and the wolves are going to come kill you, right? Like, that makes sense to me. So it makes sense why, as people, naturally we want to be liked by everyone, right? Which is why Libra, being the socially intelligent sign, it's socially intelligent for you to be liked by everyone, because it will make you feel the safest, right? No matter where you are, right? But we're talking about Leo right now. And so for Leo, when they see you as someone who shows up authentically, no matter who's around, you're not switching up, they see that as an act of courage. They see you as this bold, confident person that doesn't necessarily need to be accepted by everybody because of how much you like yourself, you know? And Leo sees themselves in you. They're like, yeah, I like myself too. I think I'm great too. Oh, you think you're great? Perfect. And again, depending on where they are in their evolution, like, Leo might have dated some people that were insecure, or maybe Leo had had some friends that were jealous of them and were insecure. So, you know, moving forward, when they notice people that are confident and that know they're the shit, Leo is going to be very much gravitating towards them, because now they see them as someone that is safe, because they're doing their own thing. Leo's doing their own thing. You guys are both confident, so you're going to have a lot of fun together. It's not going to be a competition, and also they're not going to feel like they have to, like, you know, dim their fire to make you feel better, because I think Leos, when they're younger, or maybe when they haven't figured it out yet, a lot of times maybe they feel like they shouldn't shine so much because people around them made them feel like they're doing too much. You know what I mean? So if Leo sees you as someone that has this big personality, or even if someone that is just quiet, but they have this quiet confidence, Leo notices that, and that is why you're attracting a lot of Leos. Okay, so Virgos. If you are attracting a lot of Virgos, I would say you probably are someone that has a lot of self-discipline. Someone that takes their responsibilities seriously and honestly has a set of rules that they follow, you know, when it comes to their life. Like, if Virgo sees that you have this sense of discipline, they find that very, very attractive. It's almost like you don't have time for them, and that makes them want you more. You know what I mean? Trust me, Virgos are like that. Also, if you are someone that is just helpful, someone that is willing to help and lend a hand when it comes to, you know, if you're in a group setting, Virgo will notice if you are someone that is very attentive to everybody. You know what I mean? And also if you have manners, which again is like so basic, but you would be surprised how many people in this world do not have basic manners. Every day I log on the internet, sometimes at the freaking coffee shop, I peep people doing shit. I see them doing shit. I'm like, who raised you? Like, who the hell raised you? How are you acting this way as an adult in the public or on the internet? Make it make sense, you know? And Virgos, I know you feel me, because truly, people are so strange. So when Virgo does find someone that just has these great set of manners, Virgo is very much attracted to you, because to them, their worst fear is bringing you around, you know, their people, their friends, their family, and you're not acting right. And now Virgo is embarrassed. They're getting secondhand embarrassment, which is something that Virgo deals with, you know, often. They get secondhand embarrassment often because, again, they have a certain set of standards for how they are, you know, acting in life. So if they're bringing you around, they need to make sure that you're not embarrassing them, you know? So if you are someone that just has manners, that is moving calmly, then you are someone that attracts a lot of Virgos. Also, if you're mysterious, you know, Virgo also loves that mystery, because Virgo is ready to dissect you and your inner world like you're their new favorite project. You know what I mean? Like, if you are someone that they cannot figure out from the jump, then they really, really are intrigued by you. And again, you're their little project. They're like, oh, so you're not just giving it away so easily. Okay, I need to figure out who you are, where you grew up, what was your first job. You know what I mean? Like, they really want to get into the nitty gritty of it because they want to understand you. So genuinely also just a private person. If you're a private person, I think Virgos are very much attracted to that. Okay, so next we have Libra. If you are attracting a lot of Libras, you must be fine as fuck. I'm just kidding. That's not it. But you must be. You know what I mean? Because Libras, I'm sorry, arguably, Libra placements are some of the finest people in the Zodiac. And with great attractiveness comes great responsibility. Because listen. Sometimes I feel like Libras, y'all just be picking people just because they're attractive, you know? And because you get along with everyone. And then it comes back to bite you in the ass. You always think whoever you're dating next is your person. It's like, dude, no. You know what I mean? Like, figure out if your values align at all. You know what I mean? But truly, if you are attracting a lot of Libras, I would say you have a lot of social grace. And also you're able to command a room, but in like a respectful and demure way. Listen, Libra, Libra does not like people that create a hostile environment, you know, because there are people that command a room aggressively and it works for some people, but Libra, that stresses them out. Libra likes the peace. Libra likes to keep things cute. So if you are someone that is social, but you're aggressively social, that will make Libra feel uneasy. And sometimes I feel like Libras are lying to themselves. They're with people that are very social, but they're aggressively social. And Libra's just like, well, that is just how they socialize. But it's like, Libra, you're always social. You should be with someone that socializes the way that you socialize. Otherwise, you're going to be, you know, reading into every interaction they have. And you're going to, again, like Virgo, get secondhand embarrassment because you're like, why do they say it like that? Why were they so aggressive like that? Why couldn't they just hold that back? Why did I have to say that? You know what I mean? Because Libra has a lot of self-control when it comes to the way that they express things, you know? They can truly make anything sound nice. So they want a partner that has that type of self-control. You know what I mean? And more than anything, they love harmony. So if you are someone that is able to maintain these harmonious relationships, you are someone that they are very attracted to and that they could see themselves with because it's just easy with you. You know what I mean? It's just easy with you. You know, the Venusians, they just want ease, you know, because that is what they're providing. That is the life that they want to lead. They don't want to clean up your messes. They don't. So if you are someone, they want to create the mess. I'm just kidding. If you are someone that genuinely is just here for a good time and you are very graceful in the way that you do things, Libra is very much attracted to you. Okay, next we have Scorpio. So if you are attracting Scorpios, there is this depth and mysterious authenticity that you are working with. You have something going on, something great. Something sassy, something that just hits right, something that's going on that other people are not noticing. You know what I mean? Like they don't want the person that like is overtly flirting with everybody that walks around them. I mean, that's like the biggest turnoff to Scorpios is like, oh, so you're for everybody. If you're for everybody, you're definitely not for me. You know what I mean? Because for Scorpio, intimacy is everything. They want to feel like, we want to feel like there's just something special about our bond. And that what you have shared with me, you haven't shared with everybody. You know what I mean? And when Scorpio notices someone that is able to keep things to themselves, that is someone that they truly, truly, truly want and are attracted to. Also, if you are someone that has, you know, immense self-control, if Scorpio feels like you are a safe space and you are someone that they can genuinely share things with, and I'm not talking their craziest, darkest secrets, because Scorpios, we're not starting off with that. And even just talking about, you know, just certain things. If they feel like, Scorpio feels like you're not telling everybody that, they enjoy that, you know? And you can tell how someone is with your secrets or the things you tell them, depending on what they're sharing with you about other people. You know, someone that is always exposing other people's secrets to you, you would be dumb to think that they're not doing that with your secrets. You know what I mean? And Scorpio really understands that. Also, if you are someone that can easily share a story about yourself, you are sharing this deep lore about why you are the way that you are, Scorpio automatically is very impressed by you and impressed by your courage and your ability to talk about these dark moments in your life. You know what I mean? Because for us Scorpios, that is where we can really shine and show you that, you know, we can show up for you. And then we can match, you know what I mean? We can match your trauma, or we can match, you know what I mean? Whatever energy you need. Like if you're sharing something crazy, if you're in a group and you are sharing something intimate about you, Scorpio is going to be the first person to make you feel safe, make you feel seen, and also not make it a big deal. You know what I mean? Because I think some people, when you're sharing, you're like, should I share? Should I not? Because you don't want people to make a big deal about it. But Scorpio, I feel like we have figured out like the perfect balance between making you feel seen and then also not making it so much of a big deal where afterwards you're like, oh my God, did I overshare? You know what I mean? Okay, next we have Sagittarius. If you are attracting a lot of Sagittariuses, you are an adventure. That's what you are. You are an adventure and you have an adventurous spirit, really. You know what I mean? Someone that they can get lost with, you know, in this world, whether it's literally lost physically or just lost in conversation. Like Sagittarius wants to talk about your beliefs, you know, wants to talk about and honestly challenge your beliefs. You know what I mean? If you are someone that is so dead set on, you know, viewing life this way and you're very closed-minded, Sagittarius is like repelled. They cannot get further away from you. If you are someone that's closed-minded and is not open to learning new things when it comes to your spiritual practices or whatever, right? Sagittarius is very turned off by you. So if you are attracting a lot of Sagittarius, you just have this adventurous spirit that Sag feels free to be around. And if you are someone that is very much honest, you know, radical honesty, like you say the things that maybe other people are too scared to say, Sagittarius will peep that and be like, oh, I like you a lot. I like that you don't care how this will be taken by people, because that's how Sagittarius is, you know. And Sagittarius is attracted to people that aren't afraid to ruffle some feathers, and also people that are not afraid of the unknown, because the unknown is a chance to travel. It's a chance to explore, you know. So again, if you are a know-it-all, kind of similar to Gemini, their sister sign, Sagittarius is going to be annoyed with you. Like, you are someone that's annoying to them because what, they have to challenge you every time to be like, hey, open up your mind. Hey, there's this new way of doing things. Hey, people have options, you know. If they have to do that with you, they're going to feel really, really annoyed, and they're just not going to respect you. You're not going to be someone that they respect, because to them, you are draining the joy out of life, you know. So if you are attracting a lot of Sagittarius placements, there's this joyous energy about you that Sagittarius can't help but want to be around, because then they can bounce off, you know, their joy onto you, and you can replenish them with your joy too. And same with the honesty, you know. Sagittarius, they need you to have thick skin too, because Sagittarius also loves banter, and they also love saying it like it is. They're very, very blunt. So if you're easily, you know, hurt by, you know, the truth, Sagittarius can't be around you. You know what I mean? Okay, so Capricorn. If you are attracting a lot of Capricorns, you are someone that is reliable. You are someone that is ambitious. You are someone that probably has a bright future, or has this idea of what they expect out of the future. Even just having an idea. I think you don't have to have it all figured out right now, even though Capricorn, they would love that. But I don't think all Capricorns are like, you better have it all figured out right now. But they just want you to take life seriously a little bit. You know what I mean? They want to make sure, depending on where they are in their stage of life, right? Like, they want to make sure that you're thinking about the future. So if you are someone that is ambitious, is always doing things, as a go-getter, Capricorn finds that very, very attractive. And also, if you are someone that just respects time, again, the whole planning thing, it's something that they value, because to them, life is all about the plan, you know. It's about the blueprint. Like, what are we going to do to get what we want? So if you are someone that thinks about the future like that, and is taking the time to make the steps and create the goals in order to be able to have that future, Capricorn is very much attracted to you. Also, if you say what you mean and mean what you say, you know, I think Capricorns have great memory, you know, Daddy Saturn. Capricorns have great memory. So if you are someone that says something and then Capricorn sees you doing something completely different, but it was a while ago, Capricorn remembers that, and they're going to lose respect for you, because Capricorn doesn't say shit unless they mean it 110%. So they need you to be that way. Capricorn is a great bullshit detector. They can tell when someone's spicing up this story to make themselves seem big. You know what I mean? Like, Capricorn can see right through that. They would almost just rather you keep it simple and be honest, you know, so they can decide whether they fuck with you or not. So I think Capricorn likes that, and I think less is more with Capricorn. If you are someone that's always talking, Capricorn is probably annoyed with you. So if you are someone that is reliable, yeah, Capricorn's gonna really fuck with you. And I don't want you guys to think, well, like, there's a lot of Capricorns that like Pisces or whatever. Like, and Pisces aren't responsible. It's not always about like responsibility, like work responsibility. It's also like even emotional availability. Someone that is just reliable in that way, Capricorn really, really enjoys. Like, if you say you are this and you act accordingly and you are exactly that, Capricorn sees that as someone that's safe to them. You know what I mean? Because now they don't have to worry about figuring you out and figuring out if you're being honest or not. Like, you always have been this way, and you will continue to be this way, and Capricorn enjoys that. Okay, next we have Aquarius. So if you are attracting all these aquas, the reason you're attracting them is because you are one of a kind. You are unique. You have this humanitarian heart. Also someone that is open. If you are someone that is open and who doesn't shy away from breaking out of society's expectations, Aquarius is turned on. Aquarius is like, yes, finally someone that isn't living by this code of ethics and by all these rules that somebody told us we need to live by, you know? Because then they feel like they can honestly tell you how they want to live life. I think a lot of Aquariuses feel judged for wanting to live life a certain way, because usually, typically, they want to live life differently than most people, you know? So it makes Aquarius kind of more private when it comes to, depending on, you know, their whole entire birth chart. But a lot of them will just take a step back and be like, well, I'm not going to share how I want to live life, because usually, typically, people are judging me because it's not normal. So if you are someone that already has this free spirit and is doing their own thing and is living life without having to follow the rules. But I would imagine if you're the type of person that's like needs to call their parents like every day or every other day, Aquarius is like, no. You know what I mean? Like Aquarius wants someone that is making their own rules and is good at making up their mind. Someone that is decisive. Aquarius finds that very, very attractive. Also, if you are someone that doesn't easily fall into public pressure, you know what I mean? Peer pressure. Because in group settings, if you are someone that doesn't always need to do things like everyone else, Aquarius notices that, and you can kind of step away from the group together and do your own thing, you know? Aquarius enjoys that. Aquarius needs space, you know? And I think to be with someone that, you know, needs space, you have to very much have your own hobbies and your own life. And Aquarius notices that. If they see you as someone that is clingy, that constantly needs reassurance, Aquarius hates that shit. So if you are someone that is able to do things on their own, that doesn't always need validation 24/7, Aquarius enjoys that a lot, a lot, a lot. Aquarius needs someone that is very much confident, because if you are confident, you don't need reassurance 24/7, you know? So Aquarius is very much attracted to that type. Okay, finally, we have Pisces. So if you're attracting a lot of Pisceans, you probably have a vivid imagination, or you just have this emotional depth that Pisces probably just feels. You know what I mean? Pisces is so good at reading people and reading situations. I don't think it's always easy to tell if someone has emotional depth. I think you feel it. Maybe it's a water sign thing. I think a lot of us water signs, we just can tell when there's a fellow emotionally available person that is just super empathetic. Like we feel that shit in our soul. So I think Pisceans, they truly, truly feel that. So if you're attracting a lot of Pisces energy, it's because you can handle emotional depth. You know what I mean? You're not going to shy away from these big feelings, and these big feelings being expressed often. You know, Pisces needs someone that is willing to experience these big feelings with them and not judge them for it. I think a lot of people are scared of big feelings. I think a lot of people also don't have boundaries. So maybe they feel like, okay, your big feelings are now going to take over my life. And you know, that's why boundaries are so important, because your partner can have big feelings and you can still very much be available to them. You know what I mean? You don't have to take it on. So it's not like one or the other, where you just take it on or you just completely leave them when they need you, when they're feeling these big feelings. You know what I mean? Pisceans are attracted to people who empathize with the world around them, you know? People that just care. People that can easily notice when other people are going through things, because usually it's Pisces noticing that. And also Pisces deserves that too for themselves. If you are just someone that cares and checks in on their friends often and can read the vibe of the room, Pisces notices that and they're very attracted to it. Also, someone that is very much expressing their feelings without shame, you know? Pisceans are very emotional. That's not a hot take. But if they feel like you are someone that usually shames your own feelings and that you withdraw, they're not going to feel safe to express their feelings with you. They're going to feel like you're going to shame them for having big feelings. So if you are someone that just has big feelings and is able to express these feelings without feeling shame or without feeling any sort of guilt, you can just take over the room, the vibe, with all your big feelings. Pisces is like, yes, I'll match you with my big feelings now, you know? So that's why I always say I love Pisces with other water signs, because Pisces needs to be able to express their feelings without feeling judged, because unlike Scorpio and Cancer, if you make Pisces feel bad for having these big feelings, they're going to retreat for a long time and they're going to feel this sense of shame. Well, depending on where they are in their, you know, healing journey. Whereas Scorpio and Cancer, they'll put you in your place a little bit faster and be like, you can't shame me. Fuck you. This is how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? So Pisces deserves that gentle type of love. Okay? All right, you guys, that is the end of my list. Let me know how you guys felt about it. Do you attract certain signs? I know y'all do, because, you know, y'all be DMing me and telling me and commenting and telling me, why am I attracting this sign? Why do I only attract this sign? So let me know down below what sign you attract often. And do you embody these traits that I discussed? Because I would love to know. I love you guys so, so much. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you want to hang out more with your bestie. And I will see you guys for the podcast at the end of the week. Bye, you guys.